All right. What is going on, everybody? My name is Caden Hayward. I'm the CEO and founder of Coach Hayward. Today, we're going to be teaching you how to reduce inflammation in your body and, if not, get rid of it. So, it's going to be exciting training today. I know this is in very high demand. So, make sure you have your pen and paper because we're going to dive right in today. So, we're going to talk about what is inflammation. We're going to talk about types of inflammation. We're going to talk about the causes of inflammation, what makes it worse for us. And then we're going to talk about how to actually reduce it so you can get back to feeling better. You can get rid of the pain in your body and get healthier as well. So all I ask is that if you like this training, if this helps you out in your fitness journey, and you get some value out of this, just make sure you leave a like and make sure you subscribe because it helps me a lot. And then other people can see it so it can help them as well. All right. So for those who don't know me, I run Coach Hayward. So we specialize in specifically helping women 40 plus make it a lifestyle. So permanently lose their weight and make it a lifestyle and not a diet. So just helping them get back to feeling at their best. Now, over the years, I've helped over 200 plus people permanently transform their bodies and also spoken to thousands of people as well about their health. So this is what I'm going to share with you guys today is how to reduce inflammation in your body. So let's dive in here, guys. So the reason why this is important, and I want to share this with you, is because this is the leading cause of death. Okay, with different like scientific pages and stuff like that. This is the leading cause of death. Mind you, that this is a very broad category. Okay, when we think of inflammation, like for me personally, when I'm younger, if I thought of inflammation, I'd think of like a cut in my arm. It gets swollen, it's red around it, and I just have to make sure that red doesn't spread, or else I'd get sick or unhealthy. Right? That's what my parents told me. So that's how I always thought about inflammation. So when it does come to inflammation, though, and when they categorize it like behind like deaths and everything, and the reason why it's a leading cause of death is because it takes into account of like diabetes, obesity, heart disease, arthritis, allergies, COVID, like a bunch of stuff. A bunch of stuff is all classified in, inflammation in your body and then leading to death, right? So that's why it's the leading cause of death is because it's so like broad and it's like all this stuff clumped together. But still, it's very important because nobody wants to feel like crap the rest of their lives, right? Nobody wants to have to struggle in their skin. Nobody wants to have to feel unhealthy every single day. Nobody wants to, feel in pain every single day. It's terrible. So I'm hoping that this helps you out tremendously. And I want this to spark a seed in you to keep doing your own research, especially on, the natural stuff when it comes to healing your body. I'm not going to touch upon it too much today. We're going to talk about like, food and everything, of course. But I definitely want you to keep looking into this and stuff because you can heal yourself, you can change, and never, ever, ever, guys, never, ever have that victim mindset where it's like, this is who I am, this is what I'm dealing with, and I'm never going to change, and then just accepting that fate. Never do that for yourself because that will never do any good for you, right? It's never going to get you to where you want to go. So that belief system won't serve you. So that's one thing I want you to remember is like never allow that to stop you. Never give up on this. Never, ever give up on your goals. So let's dive in here. So what is inflammation? Okay, I think it's very important that we should know like basically what it is before we dive in here, so we have a proper understanding. All right, so I did a at coach.hayward on my Instagram. I did a two truths one lie video, and I put this, and basically a lot of people got this wrong, but inflammation is your body's natural defense mechanism. Okay, it's how your immune system responds to like foreign enemies in your body or like germs, like anything like that that's going on. It's just a natural defense mechanism. Now, here's the thing though, is that there's two types of inflammation. There's acute, well, three, because there's like acute, and then I think there's like subacute. That's in between acute and chronic. But basically, there's just two types of inflammation, acute and chronic. Acute is like where it's temporary, right? It's just for a short amount of time. You got a cut or something on your arm, your short-term inflammation there. It's healing, might take a couple of weeks or so, and then it's gone. Chronic is when it's constant and doesn't go away, which is a lot of people deal with, right? That's the terrible one because that's where it's like your body is constantly inflamed, but it's not healing. All right, nothing's changing. And that's when it becomes very annoying, right? So, for example, a cut on my arm, and it's healing, it's a little red and stuff, and it's like tender, that would be acute. Chronic is when, like, for example, I had a shoulder issue and I dealt with it for over 3 years and it wouldn't heal because the last person I went to and it actually did fix my shoulder, they said the reason why is because that had scar tissue covered up, and for some reason the blood and the oxygen wasn't getting to the area, so it was constantly pressing like the nerves and everything, and it was constantly pushing pain there and having inflammation, but it wasn't actually healing. Okay, so that's chronic inflammation, right? When it's like constant and it's not healing, it's not fixing at all. All right. So causes of inflammation and what makes it worse. So All right, it mostly happens when something foreign or irritant is in our body. So that can be anything from a germ, or let's say there's like a piece of, let's say someone gets shot or something like that, and it's in their body, and it's not healing, and the body can't push it out, the body can't fix it. So the body's gonna always like send its natural defense mechanism, right? Inflammation in that area, trying to heal it, trying to fix it, but it's never going to go away, right? Because your body can't break it down or whatever it may be. So it's just constant chronic there. So we need to remove it to fix ourselves there, right? So again, it mostly happens when a foreign or an irritant is in our body and we're trying to get rid of it, and we're trying to fix ourselves, and that's just our natural immune response, right? So chronic is when it stays there though, and it's not going away. Now, what makes it worse and what causes it? Number one, having poor sex hormones. Okay, so like your estrogen levels, testosterone, progesterone, stuff like that. Your sex hormones, if your sex hormones are not optimized, it can definitely make it worse. Now that means like if you're not sleeping well, if you're not doing the right things for your body. I can talk about that another time. The next thing is smoking. Smoking can actually, I think it's like the molecules behind it, but smoking does have an effect in inflammation. It can make it worse. All right. Stress. Stress is definitely going to make your inflammation worse. It makes your immune system weaker as well. Poor sleep, not sleeping, your body can't function, can't heal. That's going to affect it. Being overweight. Okay, this is one of the biggest ones, guys. I can't stress this enough. If you have inflammation in your body, if you're dealing with pain in your body, don't wait to lose weight. Like don't try to fix this first and then lose weight. Because by losing weight, it's going to solve most of your problems. Because if we're overweight, we have a lot of health issues that come with that. And we have a lot of problems that's going to come with that as well. The more weight, the more body fat we have, it's in direct connection with more inflammation in our body. So it's very, very important that we get our BMI down, we lose body fat, because yes, over time, inflammation is like connected with like aging as well, but it's because our visceral fat over time will go up. Okay, most of the time. So really hammer down on this one, guys. Okay, really hammer down on this one. By losing weight, by losing visceral fat, by losing body fat, it's going to help you tremendously with inflammation in your body. Okay, the more body fat we have, the more inflammation we're going to have as well, overall. So very, very key, important. Now, the next one here is just being unhealthy and having terrible habits like bad food habits, eating the wrong foods, overeating, stuff like that, trans fats, all that stuff, like the processed foods, eating all that crap, very, very bad. And then again, higher BMI. Okay, so those are like causes of inflammation, what can make it worse. Now, remember, like when it comes to inflammation in our body, so many things are connected, like, again, arthritis, joint pain, stuff like that, right? Like that's all considered a type of inflammation. All right. So how do we reduce this, guys? How do we get back to feeling better? Okay. So call me crazy, but I have a belief system that is like, you can truly heal yourself. Like if I ever had some terrible condition or something like that, I would never believe that that's the end of me. I would never believe that that's like my fate. I would believe that I have control and I can fix it. I can heal myself. That's my belief system. Everyone has a different belief system, but that's my personal one because this serves me the way I want to go, right? So I want to challenge you on your belief system. When you struggle with certain issues, is that going to be your reality or are you going to try to fix it, right? So how to reduce it is, number one, healthy diet, okay? Food is the cure when it comes to inflammation, like a big, big part of it. I cannot stress this enough. Food is so important because if you think about it, how are your cells made up? How is your body made up? How are you made up? All by your food. Your food is your fuel. The food is literally what creates you, heals you, changes you, fixes you. So whatever you bring into your body, if it has no nutrients, if it's not healthy, that's what you're going to become as well. You are literally what you eat. Okay? That's why if animals eat a bunch of chemicals and processed stuff and horrible things, like you see these poor chickens and stuff at these chicken farms and stuff, and they got all these pumped growth hormones and everything in their bodies, and they end up breaking their legs because they can't hold their weight. It's not natural. It's not okay. It's not healthy, right? So healthy diet, okay? That means number one thing to help you out with the inflammation in your body is less carbs and less sugar, okay? Just less sugar overall is going to help tremendously with reducing inflammation in your body. The next one is cutting the processed foods, okay? You want to get rid of the fried foods, the trans fats, stuff like that is terrible for you. It's literally it's never going to help benefit you whatsoever. It's just killing us. Now, of course, mind you, we all want to enjoy ourselves once in a while, right? I'm talking about just reducing it, right? Like do the 80-20 rule where you eat healthy 80% of the time and 20% of the time have that ice cream totally fine. Like I get it. You want to live your life, right? You want to enjoy those goodies. And I never want to tell you guys to like, go full chicken and broccoli diet because it's just, yes, it's like, it's the best case scenario, but it's also like not realistic, right? Like I even like ice cream. I love pizza. I'm not going to give that stuff up. So again, just trying to reduce it and cutting back, right? So cutting back on the processed foods. The next thing is adding in more fruits and veggies as well. Especially like berries. Berries are amazing for antioxidants. Super, super good. Veggies can help as well if you have too much, hormones in your body, whatever it may be, just flushing it out, cruciferous vegetables, things like that. Fruits and veggies, eat more of those, definitely. Next thing here is fiber, adding more fiber in your body, in your diet. The next thing is nuts. Nuts are great as an antioxidant. Turmeric is shown to be very helpful. I believe ginger can help as well, like allergies, stuff like that. Is like a natural thing for allergies, I believe. Let me see here. Fish oils, so like omega-3s, tremendously good. Very, very good, helping against inflammation in your body. So anything with fish oils, omega-3s, super, super good. Okay. Micronutrients. So you're like your magnesium, your vitamin D, I think it is, and a few others are very, very good to help against inflammation. We got exercise. Okay. Studies show, research shows that if you exercise, it's actually going to help your body fighting off and reducing inflammation overall in your body. So make sure you exercise and move your body. The next one is, of course, losing weight. Getting to a healthy weight is going to help tremendously. It's going to do wonders for you. Sleeping better at nighttime. And then also some drugs have shown to help, which is pretty interesting. Medications like herbs, natural herbs, and also like over the counter or like prescribed drugs as well, of course. All right, so that's some ways to reduce it. Now, it's very interesting, guys, because every time I do these trainings, you'll see there's a common pattern, right? And this is why I always say to my clients, like, it's like a cycle. The more you do good for yourself, the more you sleep better, the more you eat more protein, the more you move your body. If you have a weight loss goal, yes, as a side effect of doing the right things for yourself that we should all be doing, the weight is going to come down eventually. But as another side effect is also like the inflammation, the health issues, like it's all a big cycle. And I truly believe that it's like one of those things where it's like you got to choose your heart, right? We can choose the easy way, which is like not cooking our meals, not taking care of ourselves, focusing on other things, and then deprioritizing ourselves, eating poor food, eating terribly, like just quick, easy, simple processed foods. And we can do that now because it's super easy, right? And not exercising. But then later on, we are going to suffer the consequences, like it or not. Like it's just going to happen. It's just how it works, right? So I am a true believer in like we got to choose our heart. But one thing to remember is that getting fit, getting into exercise, getting into eating better, it's only hard right now if you haven't done it before. And I get it. I get where you're coming from. Like I've been there before. Like I tell them all the time. You probably see this in my trainings. Like I used to eat terribly. I used to eat very terribly growing up. I had no good food habits. I drank pop every single day, chocolate milk. I ate Pop-Tarts, mini pizzas every day, like all that crap. It was terrible. So I had poor eating habits. But once I shifted and I started getting better and I started researching it and loving myself more and wanting to feel better, it's like it became easy because now it's natural to me, right? Now it's just normal. So that's one thing I want to challenge you on is like, yes, it might seem difficult right now, but go at your own pace. You don't have to be a bodybuilder overnight. Like you don't have to be this, specialist overnight. You go at your own pace and you work up to it and you slowly get there over time. And you're going to look back one day and it's going to feel like it happened so quick and it's going to be so normalized to you where it's going to be as easy as who you were before in the past, struggling, right? So that's one thing to get excited for because it does get easier over time, but you got to stick with this. You got to keep moving forward. And remember, losing weight can be hard, but keeping weight on your body is 100 times harder and all the consequences that come with it. So never, ever give up on this journey. All right. So that's the training for today, y'all. Again, if you like this training, make sure you leave a like, make sure you subscribe as well below, or even share it with a friend. And if you feel like you need some help with this, if you feel like you're at a loss with your weight loss, your health overall, if you feel really stuck, you can apply below for free. I can, if you're a good fit, I'll send you over a custom game plan, go over my method to show you how we can help you. Okay, so you can do that. There's a link below where you can apply. Only do it if you're serious about actually changing. But that's the training for today, y'all. I hope this helps you out on your health and fitness journey. And I will see you guys on the next training soon enough. See you guys later.